Hey guys! Today we're going to be making some simple roses, which are perfect since Valentine's Day is coming up, although obviously roses look good all year round. If you enjoy the videos, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you have any food requests in the comments. Let's get started! To make the stems, I'm going to be using some copper wire, and the wire thicknesses I'm using are 0.25 and 0.1 millimeters. I used a small dab of liquid clay to bond them and then pre-baked. The next step is optional. I chose to make a texture sheet or mold to use for the petals. To make this, you first want to take some scrap clay and then use the side of a toothbrush to add some texture. If you have any questions about the tools and materials I use, I do have a video about it on my channel. You then want to bake and use any mold putty of your choice to make a mold. The clay I'm using is an off-white mixture with a tiny bit of translucent mixed into it. Take a small piece and use a silicone tool to make the petals. Then carefully remove the petals from the mold. I used the tip of my X-Acto knife. Make a small hook or loop at the end of the wire and then add a tiny bit of clay. And then begin adding the petals. The amount of petals and the way you add them can change the look of the rose so much, so depending on the type of rose and whether you want it to be fully bloomed or slightly closed up, you can add the petals accordingly. The roses I'm making in this video are fairly simple. You can definitely add a lot more petals to make them look even more awesome. A question I got in a couple of comments when I posted the table tutorial was if I meant to post it on this channel rather than my main channel, and to avoid any confusion and just in case any of you are thinking of that exact question when watching this video, I thought I'd talk about it. This channel was made so that I had a place where I could post mainly food, and food tutorials is what the majority of the videos I'm going to be posting on here is going to be about. But since the vast majority of the videos I post on my main channel are very simplified versions due to the sake of them being just for tutorial purpose, I am going to be posting other things on this channel as well, such as the flowers and more pieces of furniture, just so I have a place where I can play around with the tools I don't use a lot on my main channel, such as my lathe and soldering supplies. Food is definitely my favorite thing to make when talking miniatures, but I do enjoy making other things as well, so this channel is really what I consider my playground. I do actually have a question for you guys. I want to make some more miniature dolls at one point, and I'm not going to be posting them on my main channel, so either I'm not going to be recording them at all, or they're going to be up on this channel. So basically, if any of you are interested in seeing those as tutorials on this channel, let me know in the comments. Once you're happy with the amount of petals, you can add some small triangles or strips of clay to the bottom and then bake. To make the leaves, you want to take a small piece of clay and flatten it. Use your X-Acto knife to cut out the basic shape and also make the little zigzag pattern around the edges. Use a needle tool to make the veins. Use your blade to give them a fold and bake. After baking everything, you want to glue the leaves onto the stems. For this, I'm just using a universal glue from the brand Uhu or UHU, which is a Finnish brand of glue. I then took some white, 2 shades of green and some yellow acrylic paint, mixed it up and used this to paint the stem as well as the leaves. Having the wire as the stem makes it so that you can pose the flower a lot better and bend the stem the way you want it, which is super useful if you want to point the flower heads in certain directions or something like that. Having the paint on top is not going to be super durable though, so I wouldn't recommend using these for charms, but they can be used as miniatures. I added some matte glaze on top, which is going to protect the paint just a bit better, although it can still flake off if you're too rough with them. For the petals, I added some shading using soft pastels, and I applied these with a damp brush. Although I kept the look of the entire flower pretty simple, I added most of the shading near the center and less towards the outer petals. And you also want to make sure to add a tiny bit of shading to the outside. Finish off with some more matte glaze to protect the pastel. Cut off any excess wire and you're done. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any food requests in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.